What's good with y'all boys, man? So I want to talk about team comp today, how important it can be, and the big difference it can make to your games if you're not running with the right one, and if you are. Okay. Now I don't have Blake myself, but I will show you guys the effects of not having the proper team when you do run with a Blake, and then also just the effects of having a proper team for other players as well. In my case, I'm gonna be showing it with Haliburton so you guys can see it. But the overall point is that look, every player in this game, because Haliburton has got some flack when he came out. People were being real critical about him. People are doing the same thing with Blake. The things about these players is everybody that comes out is gonna have teams that are gonna allow them to shine to their absolute best, right? That's going to be the case for everybody, no matter what. If you get somebody that's good, no matter what team they're on, then that just means that's one of the characters that people usually tend to say is broken, like D Wade or Prime Braun. Those are the kind of players where people will say, okay, yeah, this person is dangerous no matter which situation you put them in. But these people who don't have certain things and do really good in certain areas but lack certain things, you just have to put them in the right situations and then they can give you the same things or same value rather that you can get from anybody else. It's really about you being smart enough to put it together, and it's also about teamwork. And I feel like that's the reason a lot of people miss out on this side is because they don't use teamwork. So things like a team composition and using players that play off of each other and kind of almost have team up abilities where their stuff works so well together. A lot of y'all guys don't know nothing about that because you don't like to run it with being a good teammate in mind. So, for example, okay, and I want you to see it. Look at those names down there: the Claw, Lambla, and Rizzy. We played these guys a few times. Let me see. Wasn't the first game. Yeah, we played them right here. Played them again. Played somebody else, and then the last match, we played two of them again, and the Blake switched to a Jersey James Harden. But I'm gonna show you guys why he switched, okay? Because his team comp that you see right here, they can space. They can space. You got a Iverson, you got a Turner, and you got Blake. But look at my team. Hallie, Klay, and Embiid. We can space as well. And if you just look at the 3-pointers made in each one of the games, the main problem is that they couldn't keep up with us when it came to scoring. A lot of this was because even though they have the right team comp, like I said, teamwork, you have to be playing the right way. The Blake wasn't necessarily getting into any situations where he could get threes off. And because of this, his value was all basically just from hitting twos all game, just from spamming dunks. He was hitting the dunks, but he was pretty much just spamming dunks the whole time. If you look at our offense, immediately straight to it, we're hitting threes almost every possession. Our goal when we were coming into the game is bury them with 3-point shots. And this is why I like running this type of catch and shoot comp with Haliburton, because you can do it with like Herro, Ray Allen. Doesn't have to be Klay Thompson. But I like it because when I have the ball, I'm doing my ISO, I'm doing my moving around and stuff. They have to commit a defender to both me and whoever the shooter is because I can pass really fast, so they can't lack on the defender. I mean, they can't lack on whoever my shooter is. And then if they lack on me, I have enough handle, I have enough scoring ability to be able to get to my own shot. And once I develop that threat with me being able to score or potentially kick the ball, the defense is on their toes the whole time trying to figure out, okay, is he doing this or is he going to dump it off for this person to do this? What's going to happen? We were doing so well, even though we have Embiid and he can space the floor too. He didn't shoot a three, I don't think, out of none of the games that we just ran. All those wins you just seen in a row, that 5-game win streak, that's all this team. I don't think he shot a three, not in one of the games that we played. He didn't ever need to, because they didn't know what to do. They would switch defense sometimes. That's not going to be able to do enough. But it's because of the team we have put together. And another reason I specifically wanted to talk about this with Haliburton in mind is because, for whatever reason, when I run Hallie, when I run Iverson, a lot of people like to switch off of shooting people. They'll switch into like being like a Ben Wallace or a Kawhi Leonard or something like that. Not to say that they can't shoot, they can get their twos off, but this comp right here, the reason this team works as well as it does, and we were doing teams the way we were, is because we were spamming threes. Open threes, not just bad shots, but we're getting off as many threes as possible. So no matter what you do, if you don't match us with 3-point shots, you don't have a chance. You'll think you do. You see the game is close here for a solid little minute, and then we had already beat them from the game before, so I think they really wanted to try to come back on this one. But you can see you can't really, there's nothing you can do about it. And that's kind of the way I prefer for it to be. Now, when I say that, you niggas that run that little bump comp with like Giannis and Jokic and not Giannis. I mean, I guess you can count him a little bit once he has his ult. But the niggas that run like Jokic and Prime Bron and y'all just do the little bump shit to everybody all game. I'm not talking about that, okay? You're not good. You're abusing the mechanic in the game. Not talking about niggas like that. This shit right here, this is real hoops, okay? Real ethical hoops. We're busting these guys down every possession. It's nothing that they can do about it, but it's because of how solid we are. We're not doing anything that's literally forcing them to not have the chance to be able to try to stop anything we're doing. You feel me? But with that being said, this is the difference between you being able to feel the complete value of the players that you're using and why you might see some people use a player and then you feel like when you pick them up or you use them and you put all the enhancements into them and stuff, yours isn't performing the same. Your team composition will be the biggest thing that matters out of all that once everything else is put together. You versus the same player, same rank, y'all got the same enhancements, same talents, all that. It's gonna come down to whose team is better. Simple. And you can see perfectly right here. We went to overtime? Okay. But you can see perfectly right here. Blake is not bad. This is a perfect example. He's pretty good, and he's even running on a solid spacing team. Excuse me. He's even running on a solid spacing team, but it's not the best spacing team. You got one person who can reliably create their own shot, and after that, they're standing around. Because they don't want to stand around, Blake is going for his dunks. And yeah, he probably could have tried to get into his step back shot bag a little bit, but he's being guarded by me or Klay, two fast guards. This is something I said in my Blake Griffin video before he came out. If he gets put in positions where, because he's not running main big, he's being guarded by smaller people, they're going to be too fast for him to really reliably get that step back shot off. Because the guards are fast enough to keep up with you and move toward that. And on top of that, we're likely going to let you go inside and just dunk on our big man and let him try to block it, because we know we're not blocking it anyway. That puts Blake's in a really bad position compared to if he's running main big, or if he at least has two really solid space creator shooters on his team, so that way me and potentially my teammate are enticed to try to help out a little bit, and we're missing our opportunities to play the right defensive assignment, and then he has his chances to get his shots off. That doesn't necessarily happen in this situation. Doesn't mean Blake was bad or that he played bad. Not at all. It just means that, unfortunately, he didn't have the right team comp to go against what it was that we were doing. And like I said, shit, the reason we won this many games was because not a lot of people did have the right team comp for it. And matter of fact, let me go down here, because I can show you some more runs. I've been doing crazy with Haliburton lately. Similar thing. I told you he works well with catching shooters, right? So we're going to show these runs I went on with this Herro and Draymond. And the reason I just knew which one to click on right there was because about almost all those wins until the Iverson loss, all of those were with these guys. Same thing. Good little win streak, because I'm using my playmaking, scoring, build, okay, or player, however you want to put it. I'm using my playmaking and scoring person, even with a defender on me in this game. Supposed to be a defender in Jason Kidd. But look at who I'm running with and what we're doing. All right, now speaking of being unethical, the Draymond bump tech, that is a little bit unethical, okay? But like I said, y'all be doing it, so I'm not going to get on them about doing it. Long as I don't do it myself, you feel me? Y'all can't trip on me. This is my teammates. Did they have matching outfits? They have matching outfits. That's cute. I didn't realize that before when I was playing them. But nah, you see the team come up and you see what they're doing. They know I can get around, so they're trying to double me. But what happens if you double me? You're leaving either Draymond or Herro open. Herro can shoot. Draymond can shoot. What do you do? Because who is this? They put Cat on me. They put Karl Anthony Towns on me. He can't keep up. He's not fast enough. They left Draymond open. 3. And mind you, another big part of this and why this is important is because we're getting all these buckets off fairly fast. It's not taking us the full 20-second shot clock before we get a shot off. We're going 5-6 seconds getting off a 3. You spend 20 seconds trying to get a 2, miss, get the ball back, spend another 20 seconds. You just put in 40 seconds to get a 2-pointer off. In that same 40 seconds for us, we probably get like 3 or 4 3 balls off. You're going in literally burying the other team with threes, and there's nothing that they can do about that. You see at a certain point, I don't even jump for the layups and stuff like that when they go in, because I'm not worried about them. I think when I ran with the what was he, the Klay and whoever our big man was, I don't even remember. I think it was the Embiid. The Embiid was saying like, "Oh, my bad, I couldn't guard the Blake for real. He got too many dunk timings." And me and the Klay was like, "Bruh, he can dunk as many times as you want to. They can have free eats in the paint. They can go up as much as they want to. Until they decide to start throwing some threes up, there is nothing that's gonna happen to us." And that's exactly how it went. We beat that team 3 times, and then they switched to Harden to try to get some threes up. And it still wasn't enough. That wasn't really their team comp. That one just came down to probably them being demoralized from losing the first couple games and seeing that they was playing us again. And on top of that, me and the Klay was just locked in at that point. We could really tell when to get the other person the ball and let the other person work out and kind of do what they do. And a lot of other stuff does come into this. You feel me? It's not automatic that you having the right team matters. There's floor spacing, not getting in your teammates' way, knowing when to set screens, when not to set screens, when to pass, when not to pass, when to score, when to pass, even if you're open. You know, it takes a lot. But the important part of this and what I want everybody to realize and kind of see is, like I said, the difference that it can make when you run with the right team and the right people and stuff like that. Because this is, again, another team. Jason Kidd, Karl Anthony Towns, and Wemby. This is supposed to be a dangerous lineup. Jason can't space super well, but he's a really good passer. And Wemby and Cat can space enough that they should be able to handle the scoring to a point where it doesn't matter. I think they forfeited this one. They can handle the scoring to where it shouldn't matter, but just unfortunately not when you run into my team. So hopefully this helps some people out and this gives you a better idea of what to kind of look for when you're deciding who you're running with and everything. A lot of y'all play solo queue. I'm gonna pray for y'all. It's nothing that you can do about that, unfortunately. But if you are going to be playing with people and looking for teams and going in here, choosing that little recruit option, try to think about some players. Find some players that you know work really well with you. Like I said, it comes down to the actual abilities. Haliburton being able to pass to people really fast without you seeing where the ball is going, and Herro being able to catch the ball and shoot really fast once he gets it. It makes sense. You feel me? Find things like that that make sense in little combos between players. Hopefully, they just straight downright start doing player combos and team up abilities eventually. I think CP3 and Blake have their own little thing, so hopefully that's something they start doing in the future. But yeah, just find your own thing, make it work for you, and this is how you can get every player to be able to do everything you want them to do, like you see a lot of people do. A lot of the guys you see really at the top ranks and with top 100 players and stuff on here, it's not just them. They have solid teams and solid team comps they run with that allow them to get to the level of success that they get. You feel me? So you can get there too. Outside of that, I appreciate y'all boys watching. Community is close to 50 subs, so if you want to join, link is going to be in the description as usual. We passed 500 subs in the last video, but we're at like already at like 510, 512. I don't know where y'all are coming from or how y'all are doing it this fast, but let's keep it on pushing. We on the road to 1K at this point. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to say that this early, but we on the road. We getting there because y'all are going crazy. So I appreciate it, man. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, hit that post notification bell to be notified when the next one comes out, man. And I will catch y'all on the next one.